Internet, hello you lovelies, it is here. Deadpool and Wolverine's second trailer with full Wolverine experience. This trailer blew my mind, but before I get into it, I'm going to do a full breakdown. I'm going to do a deep dive into some Easter eggs I noticed. I'm going to dive into everything, but please, I am trying to grow this page to 25K by summer. So hit that subscription bell, hit that notification bell, hit the bell, and also leave a comment below. Also, leave a like. Just get the things moving. I want to get this page going. Also, I appreciate your guys' patience while I was wicked sick last week. I could not hold off, however, on Deadpool and Wolverine. Let's dive right into it. First of all, let's talk about the vibe of this trailer. I cannot shake the sheer unadulterated joy I have felt since and during watching this trailer. There is nothing quite like a trailer to remind you of everything you love about a movie in a way that doesn't spoil the movie. This trailer was that perfect blend of, remember how much you love blank? Oh, well, here's some more blank. And this did it in a way that reminded you how much you miss Wolverine. It did it in a way how much you miss the R-rated world of Deadpool. It did it in a way that made you miss the spectacle of when a giant tentpole movie has as much heart as it does visual stimuli. This is a heartfelt trailer. We learn in this trailer that this is going to be Deadpool kind of helping Wolverine out. This is a two-hander. This isn't, as Sean Levy has said, the director of the film, this isn't Deadpool 3. This is Deadpool and Wolverine. And the first trailer very wisely focused on Deadpool, reminding us a lot of why we love that character, but also not revealing too much, because a lot of the world, people that don't watch videos like this, people that aren't as plugged in, might not have even known the scope of, oh wait, Wolverine's in this, until that perfect trailer in that last shot. But then it teed us up for this trailer. And this trailer is very Wolverine heavy, and it shows us a very broken Logan that I'm pretty sure is different from the Logan we've met before. This Wolverine, as Mr. Paradox says, is a man responsible for his universe going horribly wrong. And the whole trailer feels like it's Hugh Jackman's Logan on kind of a redemption arc. We see a lot of tombstones lining this walk straight from Days of Future Past. We'll talk about Easter eggs later on in this video. But we see the remorse of a man that's done wrong. A remorse of a man who might have personally ended things. I'm really curious if he's responsible for the death of the X-Men, if he's responsible for the death of heroes in his world. We also get a giant shot of heroes later in the trailer that show us this might not be his Universe 83's X-Men or our MCU. I think we're going to see a lot of universe hopping. We obviously also get the portal as well, but I think this is effectively going to be Deadpool trying to find a Wolverine that's willing to help him. I think we're going to meet a lot of different Logans, including Patch from the first trailer, Dana Radcliffe, I think, and maybe, other variants, like we've had rumors of other actors being cast as Wolverines, but I think we're going to meet a lot of Hugh Jackman Wolverines, or at least a couple, and this is the one who is reluctantly willing to help him. And I love that the trailer opens in a bar in a way that reminds you of that tiny cameo we got in X-Men First Class, where he does the F off, and that was the only F word allowed in that PG-13 movie. This one, plenty more are allowed. But we have this vibe of finally a Logan that looks like he smells bad. A Logan that looks like he is in the dirt. A Logan that looks like he belongs in a bar and not in the public, and he's not even welcome in the bar. And it's his journey back, and having Deadpool be the guardian angel and guardian devil in his shoulder to get him there is a genius way to do a trailer. I thought this was very clever tonally. I also love the fact that 25 years in the making, not only do we get the comic accurate outfit, but the sleeves come off, and we get everything we want from that suit in the way we've always imagined it. I love that they held that off. I don't love that, they revealed the suit because they had to, because the paparazzi was there, and they basically snapped photos, and they were like, let's get an official photo out before this one leaks. But I love that we didn't see the sleevelessness, those little details, and I also love that we haven't seen the cowl yet. This is very unique, and that trailer 1 can give us a shadow and a little red and blue, and the cowl tucked away. If you pause, you see a couple frames, it's down, and this trailer doesn't ever lift. We were going to wait to hold that moment. That is going to be either trailer 3 or the movie itself. And I also love that this trailer held a lot of story close to the vest. This trailer doesn't give us a lot of past X-Men, really. It shows us some Brotherhood stuff. Again, Easter eggs I'll talk about in the next section of the video. But it doesn't give us any story elements or allude to any of the cameos we've heard about. It doesn't even show us a lot of the stuff with Mr. Paradox that we saw at CinemaCon. I'm going to try to get out a CinemaCon video describing that footage, but know that in this video, this trailer was about 80% new. Only about 15, maybe 20% of that footage was also from CinemaCon. CinemaCon was largely the footage of seemingly the first few minutes of the movie, the party, a lot of Deadpool characters, and then the introduction of the TVA into Deadpool's world. This barely touched on the TVA, and it introduced us to our villain. We did see Cassandra Nova here. Now, I do think Mr. Paradox who is working with TVA, will be somewhat of a villain. I'm not sure if they're going to play with the comic book stuff where Mr. Paradox, the TVA agent, is actually a variant of Mobius, Owen Wilson's character from Loki. Time will tell. But Cassandra Nova looks to be working as a leader of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants in this continuity. I don't know if she wants the world to end. I don't know what her motivations are, and I love that. I love that we meet her. She's malicious. She comes out of Ant-Man's skull. And she's got all of the gravitas you'd need for a villain that doesn't really say anything in this trailer. She's got a line, and she's sipping tea. Very British. We don't know anything about this character. We as comic fans, might know that she's the twin of Xavier. We might know that she's a fellow telekinetic. We might know that Grant Morrison introduced her with Frank Quitely Art as punching Xavier in the womb. That's literally her introduction. She cold cocks her twin in the womb, and I'm so hoping they do that in this movie. If there's a shot of her just punching in utero Charles Xavier, man, only Deadpool could get away with it. But that's the character we meet very briefly in this trailer, but mainly we're with our two-hander, our Deadpool and Wolverine, and I think that's genius. We're going to get that Lethal Weapon vibe. We're going to get that Riggs and Murtaugh. Murtaugh obviously being Wolverine, who's much too old for this shit, and a Merc on the edge in Deadpool as Riggs. And I love that it looks like that reluctant friendship from the comic really translate. I love that it looks like we're going to really dive into their relationship and a broken Wolverine as much as we did a broken Deadpool in 2. And also, Deadpool looks like he's mourning. He's lost everyone. His universe seems to be gone. He's got a photo at one point of his universe's friends, like his X-Force and his friends, and I assume his child, because it looks like Cher doesn't make it either. And one of the things the CinemaCon footage did show us is a separated Vanessa and Wade, and I think it's because they lost the baby. And so there's going to be a lot of trauma that I think Deadpool is going to mask in trying to help Wolverine through his. I think Wolverine's trauma is going to be very X-Men's through flashbacks and losing everyone, and I think Deadpool's is going to be revealed throughout the film, and I've said it 100 times. I love that Deadpool is as important comedically as he is with heart, and I love that we're using a Deadpool film which is going to reveal Deadpool's heart throughout, as the first two did. But it also gives us an opportunity to say goodbye to the X-Men. It gives us an opportunity to say goodbye to the Fox characters. It gives us an opportunity to mourn an entire universe that got us to the MCU. The fates align to not only give us 25 years in the making of Kevin Feige, the man in the 1999 before 2000's X-Men came out that demanded Wolverine's hair be correct. Now that same guy is producing the MCU's Deadpool and Wolverine, and we get the comic-accurate suit. 25 years in the making for that suit up, we got to see in this trailer today, but also 25 years in the making of, if you were 5 when the first Wolverine came out, if when the first X-Men, that's how much Wolverine movies they are. If you were 5 when the first X-Men came out, you're 29 this year. So I love that we're getting to say goodbye to these movies you grew up with a character that's got so much heart, and I love that this trailer had so much heart, as well as so many lines that we wanted to feel, a lot of F-bombs, a lot of, I don't know what YouTube's going to censor, so I'm saying F-bomb instead of F. But I really appreciate the tone, and I really appreciate that it looks like it's going to have as much heart as comedy, and I think this trailer was fantastic. That is my general thoughts on it. I'm going to dive into some Easter eggs real quick, because I promised that in the description of this video. I really, really love the obvious one of Liefeld being a podiatrist. Liefeld's feet, Rob Liefeld often criticized for not being able to draw feet. He often crops them out. He has addressed it. Movies have addressed it. What a delightful thing, podiatry. I also love that we get those graves from Days of Future Past in this trailer. This basically, straight from the comic books, we get Days of Future Past, and I think that is a genius way to tie in the remorse if you're a comic fan. We know what he's been through. In Enemy of the State, he was brainwashed and killed a lot of people. This happens to Wolverine, is what I'm saying. So I really think that's a great way to do the story. We got, like as I mentioned before, Cassandra Nova leading the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and it looks like we get not only Azazel, but Toad, and it looks like we probably get Sabretooth. It looked like he was just off frame there as they pushed in. It looks like we might get other Brotherhood members. I'm really curious which ones show up. I really can't wait to see Pyro again. I'm sure he's in the background somewhere there. Lady Deathstrike front and center. We see her claws come out, which is badass. But what I love about Cassandra Nova here is she is emerging from the Ant-Man skull. And you can see that in this shot here where it's teeth, which means he died big at some point, whether that's Lang or Pym. We get to see the enormity of a battle or the remnants and the side effects of a battle. And it does look like we do see Alioth and the things at the end of time. There's a quick shot of Alioth also tying into Loki season 2. But this all looks like this 20th Century Fox logo here. This whole set piece, which the paparazzi leaks were unfortunate, this whole set piece looks like it could be at the end of time, which was set up in Loki 2, which I think will lead to Battleworld, which will lead to Secret Wars, which will lead to Doom. So that shot in the first trailer that had a Doctor Doom comic, boop, that also has a Incredible Hulk bottle with one of my favorite Stan Lee cameos, boop, which makes me think we're going to meet Wolverine fighting Hulk, and also these are all tinfoil hat theories, but I do think less tinfoily that Alliance World at the end of time will lead to Battle World, which will bring us to Secret Wars. This movie, I think, will delightfully set that up. We also get portals, which I think are going to lead to a lot of universe hopping. Like I said, I think a lot of multiple Wolverines, and I think this is basically going to allow for that Battle World setup, that Secret Wars setup, and the multiple Wolverine concept to be used through these here. Jump cut, Deadpool-esque fourth wall break, even though I'm talking to you directly in the video the whole time. I forgot a thing I wanted to mention about the Celestials and how that tied into Brotherhood, so ignore this weird edit, but this ties into the end. Thanks. And all of that, while she's coming out of this giant skull being so badass, this to me mirrors the Brotherhood having a lair in a giant Celestial-esque character, mirroring the Avengers lair in the comic books where they live in a Celestial. We thought we were going to get this forever ago with Eternals setting up the Celestials frozen in the Earth. We thought it was going to be the Avengers HQ. I love that Fox Marvel beat them to it, and it's the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants HQ, but it's Ant-Man making it much darker. So I really, really think this set of Easter eggs show what is the tip of the iceberg for everything that's coming. There is so much to come. I love that this trailer didn't give too much away. I love that this trailer gave us just enough to know, hey, this is going to be the giant globe-hopping spectacle of the movie you want, but it's also going to have the Easter eggs that they, know that Marvel fans want, but it's going to come from a place of narrative and heart and story, not just to do it. And that's what we love about Marvel movies when they're done right, is that the Easter eggs are from a place of telling a story, and the story here looks fantastic. And I really am excited to see these Fox characters again, say bye to a lot of them, and also to get the Wolverine Deadpool movie I never dreamed we'd get. Literally 25 years in the making. I've got a video explaining how we got to that Deadpool and Wolverine movie coming to Rotten Tomatoes very soon. That'll be on their YouTube, and it basically details the 25-year journey. If you want to see my reaction to the trailer, my live reaction while watching the trailer, I did that for the Real Rejects, so head over to Real Rejects page. It should be up already, if not soon. So please subscribe to this page, because this is what I want to be doing here. A lot more detailed analysis of things. I want to bring you guys comic book news itself, the actual comics. I'm going to be reviewing the 9 best comics, in my opinion, my 9 favorite comics from the week prior, as well as previewing all of the books I'm going to read that week, as well as some comic news in the middle. Every single week is going to be called This Week in Comics, as well as movie reviews, movie news, and all sorts of stuff, all right here on this page. So please subscribe to this page. I really want to grow it, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. I cannot wait for Wolverine and Deadpool. I cannot wait for Deadpool and Wolverine, and I cannot wait to celebrate a series that's meant the world to me, and a character that is a huge part of why I have a career. And thank you all for watching. Again, much, much appreciated. Like, subscribe, comment, and hug someone you care about today.